Hello and welcome back to Dover Plays Pillars of Eternity. Okay, so in the last episode we became ruler of the keep of Tseirnua. We own this now. We were able to do some repairs, if I bring up the map. So the eastern Barbican, we've repaired this, so we can now actually go out it. And we're currently repairing the keep inside. Bright Hollow also needs repair before we can stay in it. I think we could probably stay in it now.
Yes.
Let's go and see. We'll probably stay in it, but if we upgrade it, it gives us extra resting bonus. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, see the windows were pretty smashed in. It's all in ruin in here. We were in here before. The stairs are wrecked, so we can't go up inside it until we repair it. But once we do, then we should be able to rest here when we come back to Tseirnua. So Tseirnua is effectively our base. It's our stronghold. We own it. But our mission is to go to the Temple of Wodika, Defiance Bay, and find this leading key from a queen that no longer exists, apparently. So we're going to head out our newly repaired gate to the edge of the map. Just double check there's no loot goodness on the way through. There certainly isn't. And off we go. So where's Defiance Bay? So we've come down from Sealand Lease through Valewood, Guild Vale, Marin's Fork, Black Meadow to Tseirnua. And Direford Village is there. Defiance Bay is down here. We can't go to the bridge, we can go to the plains. So I think, yeah, we want to go to the plains to come through this way. We could have gone back that way, come over Madmar Bridge. Oh, they said to go to the plains, and we've not been to the plains yet, and it'll take 18 hours. That's where we'll go. Camping in the wilderness requires camping supplies, which may be purchased at a variety of stores. We have 1 camping supplies left. We're probably going to need some. Okay, so let's bring up the map. I can't see anything on the map yet. There's a wee temple over here. Let's read it. Benefactor, Lord, Juggler, Catalyst. Thargelos. This is memorial. I can see everybody's memorial just by looking at one of them. That seems like it should be something that unlocks as I find them, not just showing me all of them straight away. It's a bit strange. Looks like something up there. Why are you going by yourself? Don't run around there by yourself, foolish man. Who knows what? Oh, there's a wee plant. What was that? Oh, what is that? I don't like the look of that. Let's say, okay, what can we do? Divine Terror.
Following your lead.
Yeah, you've got your gun. Shoot him.
Aye.
What can you do? That.
Oh.
And oh yeah, we got a new sword, didn't we? Yeah, it's cool. Attacks will. Well, there's no point doing that when he's not close by. Okay, so just go for melee.
Yes.
Who's this? Durance. Right, what are you doing? Go and fight.
Oh.
Now you can do that.
On your word.
Durance, you didn't do so well there. Students, get the hell out of there.
Attend to the priest! On your word.
Aye.
Yes?
Fetch. All three of you. Get out of there now. No, don't die, Jurens. Right, okay.
Yes?
It's time to bring in the skeletons.
Oh.
And that guy.
Yes. I feel like healing.
Yes. Okay, everybody attack.
Spot on.
Brave thou feel out
Switch your weapons.
Spot on.
And he's fallen. Insurance is alright, okay? Yeah, he's alright. Whoa. Big crack in the ground. Oh no, that was a bit big of wood. Okay.
Indeed.
Not sure what use a big bit of wood will be, but we'll take it. It was awakened wood, it wasn't just any old wood. Well, hello. Some hide armor, some sviff. Seems to be useful. And some copper. Not really much else up here to look at. Oh, there's an exit point here. It takes us out to that side. We want to go to this side. So, no, we're not exiting. Not that way, anyway. We need to go this way. Back onto this path. Or do we want to go? Let's go have a wee explore up here, see if there's anything useful. Hopefully there's no more giant tree things. Oh shit, there's two of them. Run away. Whoa, there's another thing there as well that's coming pretty fast. Oh, she gave up. It's fine. Yeah, endurance is pretty buggered. I don't really want to get into some sort of big battle with. Let's go talk to this person. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by the thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bow and arrowhead with a skirmishaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large white-figured fox standing at her heels looks up at you as you approach.
Easy, Ituma. It's not him.
This outfit made up with flattering, but I am definitely not him. No argument there. It's just not you I'm looking for. Who are you waiting for?
I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Try something? What exactly are you talking about?
Version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasito. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persop. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persop's trail is cold, to say the least.
Why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in Direwood. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anybody. What? How long have you been looking for him? Her painted brows lower, and her compact muscle frame sags for just an instant. 5 years. So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
Why do you have to find
So I
him?
keep reminding myself.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button there.
Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
How does the statue figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid hunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It
Oh
belonged
dear.
to Persop.
Here we go.
Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later. When I left Nasitok, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persop, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. But most of the time it looks just like this.
I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Augur figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the wolf's lair and the twining trees.
Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
You could still go after that false watcher. May I see the figurine?
Why?
Please?
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
You raise the azure bear, turning it from light as your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch. The scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amid the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. Return the figurine. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Your question is greeted with shrugs and silence. Okay, so we need to raise our perception.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
Okay, Aelos is backing me
You
up.
realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me, I've got other business in the area and we can look for Persok on the way.
If this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
So we just got ourselves a hunter, added into our pack. Travel to the cliffs you saw in the visions. Well, goodness knows where said cliffs are. I'm guessing... Stormwall Gorge, that looks like a good point. Or Heritage Hill might also be a possibility. Well, either way, we have a new member of our pack.
Point the
She
way.
is a hunter. Marked prey designates a single target as prey, giving the ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against that target. And 2 wounding shots, attacks deflection, 2 per counter. And she also has a bow, a fine dagger, and a hatchet.
Right.
Oh?
Do we go back and get those guys now? Nah, this endurance is knackered. Don't really want to risk losing endurance. I could save it, I suppose, beforehand. Let's just continue. Continue with the quest at hand. And head to 801 Bridge. Take you 4 hours. Let's go. So here we are at a bridge. There's a plant over there. Some more Idamus Riff. And there's a couple of people on the bridge. Let's go talk to them. Whoa, okay. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call to you. Step back, or reach out for the soul. Reach out. You see a lavishly decorated room, walls hung with tapestries, ornate oil lamps creating a warm and relaxing atmosphere. There are several overstuffed couches covered with silk pillows and an elegant table in the middle of the floor. This woman is seated at the table, sitting across from another woman. They are both well dressed, their style befitting the room they're in. The other woman's hair is blonde, in stark contrast to this woman's black, and is swept up on her head in a dramatic style. The women speak in an easy, free tone, obviously familiar with one another. Though they each seem to be comfortable in each other's company, a strange nervousness surrounds the blonde woman's actions. She occasionally betrays herself with a little giggle or stammer, hitching over an easy word as she speaks. Her demeanour swings from friendly to shy and back again with no warning. This woman leans back a little in her chair, stretching lightly. As she finishes her stretch, she gently lays her hand next to the other woman's hand, letting their fingers subtly entwine. The second woman stops speaking mid-sentence, inhales sharply, and turns red. She does not, however, move her hand. This woman smiles and moves her hand further over the other, holding it. She then stands, moving around the table towards the blonde woman, whose face shows conflicting emotions of terror and lust. She giggles and pulls her hand out from under the other and brings it to her mouth, the red of her face deepening. This woman stops, looking down at her, eyes sparkling. She reaches out and pulls something from the blonde's hair, letting it fall around her shoulders. Then she leans over, brushing her lips lightly over the blonde woman's cheek, resting her mouth against her ear, and she whispers. As she whispers, her hand moves lightly down the other woman's body to her waist. The blonde shudders and leans into the hand, eyes closing, cheek pressing against the lips, still whispering at her ear. This woman's hand deftly removes a small bag from the other woman's belt, and secretes it under her own cloak at the small of her back. Then she gently kisses the other woman's cheek and stands again, the smile never leaving her mouth. Not sure what's going on here? Carrack Bridgman. My goodness, is this going to happen every time we speak to someone? You see a ship being tossed about in a storm-ravaged sea. The swells rise and fall, carrying the ship with them as if they were a toy. This man stands on the deck at the helm of the ship while water whips around him. The crew moves about frantically, trying to keep the chaos under control. He barks orders at them, pointing where to go and giving each one a task. The men, while they still visibly distressed, seem to calm down when they are given their orders. He instructs the helmsman to resume his duties at the wheel and rushes to the aid of crewmen who are struggling with a rope attached to one of the sails. The ship crests a wave, going almost vertical in one direction, then immediately again in the other direction. Several of the crew are thrown from their feet, sliding across the deck as the ship is rocks. That's a typo. After the swell passes and the ship returns to a relatively normal orientation, the man quickly scans the deck, counting silently. No one has been lost this time, thankfully. He looks in the direction they're headed, seeing no reprieve from the storm in sight. His jaw squared and his upper lip stiffened. He returns to the helm and takes the wheel again. Who are you? If you need an inn for the night, Goose and Fox is the softest beds and the best ale. That person doesn't want to talk. These days are rare to find folks who'll do much for strangers. Someone else standing over here, a commoner. Have you been to the expedition hall yet? You might find your type of work there. There's someone who looks like me. Zoran Zenes Kavik. As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices from the past seem to call to you. You see a flurry of matted white hair and incandescent freeze-fire staff before you see the man, cold and wild. He chews a wizened apple slowly, discharging spell after spell into the jumble of villagers screeching their way towards him. Cold flame vents from his nose, and apple seeds shoot out the side of his mouth as he saunters forward, ignoring arrows and curses alike. A deliberate twist of his staff and a bullet of force glides through the torso of one assailant and another. A roar blisters his throat as he launches himself into their midst, tearing into their essence with his staff. A pleading hand reaches towards him and quickly falls, ignored. Silence takes hold as the tattered man gathers his prize, a basket of fresh pears. He hums as he eats. Okay, this guy kills for fruit. Maybe we shouldn't talk to him. Oh, we can talk to him again. Another commoner. Crucible Knights have been warning everyone to stay out of the catacombs. They are not safe anymore. Got to laugh now and then, right? If you're a scholar, you might want to visit the Hall of Revealed Masteries. Got to laugh now and again, right? So, there's a couple of boxes. Welcome to Defiance Bay, but watch yourself in the city, understand? Some fruit. And some vegetables. Healthy eating. Speak to the Justicar. What is it? I am looking for the Temple of Wodika. If you say so. It's in First Fires, just west of Crucible Keep. How useful. Thank you. Wait, can I speak to this guy too?
Hail and well met.
What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry about out of time right now, but it sounds like that Dozens crackpot Rowan is stirring up trouble again. He'll be all too happy to give you a rundown in the city, liberally flavoured with Dozens propaganda, of course. You seem to be on an edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. Got refugees coming in from all parts under some misguided notion that things are actually better here, that the legacy somehow passed us over. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. No offence. Excellent. Not sure why you'd want to go to the temple, he shrugs. It's in the First Fires if you really want to see it. And good luck to you. So, we're going to go into Copper Lane, we're going to go into First Fires. 15 minutes. Pausing to issue commands is the most important part of combat in Pillars of Eternity.
Defiance Bay,
Oh.
the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Whiterun's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to eminency and the ousting of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Excellent. Well, this seems like a suitable point to take a break before we go in to this area. Thank you for watching. I've been Over8, you've been watching Pillars of Eternity. Remember to hit like if you're enjoying the videos, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, I'll see you in the next episode.